every brother that's caught in the crossfire. That's caught in the crossfire.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Sillinx Gaming here, and today I've got some pretty good news for you guys about Destiny 2's future. So, first being the Myriad. So, there's a voice line in the PC data that says, Guardian, what other Myriads lie undiscovered beyond what we can see? And then there's this one. The Myriad could be our first step away from the solar system. Dead orbit thanks you. And then there's this third one. My sister's an astronomer, and she said there's something new in the sky. So I believe the Myriad to be something that we've already seen. It is those triangular ships, and I can almost guarantee it, because somebody's sister in the tower is an astronomer, and she said there's something new in the sky. First being that, then there's this voice line, Guardian, what other Myriads lie undiscovered beyond what we can see? So that is the one that actually points the main thing out, what other Myriads lie, because as you can see, the Myriad is going to be a planetary sized space where we can actually fight. It's gonna be like a planet, it's gonna be like Dreadnought, to be more precise. And the Myriad, I believe it's gonna link to Kate's death. And why is that? Because there is a voice line in which future war cults and more say that Kate is died, and I believe that this is the last ever DLC from Destiny 2. These voice lines are from that time, which is rather interesting that they're already in the game, because it almost feels like Destiny 1 all over again, where after the whole launch of the game, we find out that some of the things is cut out from the original game, and that's why we don't have enough content. It almost feels like Destiny 1. It feels actually worse. Because in Destiny 1 we did have the grind for the weapons, right? For the exotic weapons. But right now I have all the exotic weapons except the raid weapon, which I forgot the name. But with that being said, the triangular ship is the Myriad, and I can confirm it. If you guys don't believe me, I'm gonna link the Reddit post with all the voice lines about the Myriad and a lot more in the description down below. So yeah. And thanks to the Reddit post of this person whose name is the Datamine, I hope I spelled it right. Because of him, this video is possible, because he posted all the voice lines. And I believe we're gonna visit all the places from Destiny 1 in Destiny 2, because there's also this voice line saying, can you tell me if the Black Garden still grows? And is the garden under control out there? And then there's from the Venus, if only we could control the walls of glass. And then there's this from Phobos, the other executors, and I believe Phobos is worth a closer look. And then there's this another one from Mars. I'll pay for any golden age tech that you uncover beneath the sand. So we are like almost sure that we're gonna go to the Mars for the Rasputin DLC. So with that, we're gonna see the return of the Mars and the Phobos, I believe, and the Black Garden. Why Phobos? Because Phobos is an asteroid near Mars, I believe, from Destiny 1. I believe it was an asteroid. I believe so. It was some kind of a base though. So we are gonna go back there. We're gonna go back to the Black Garden, and we are gonna go back to the Mars. Then we're gonna go back to the Venus. I don't know what DLC we're gonna do that, but most probably in the last DLC, because there is a voice line in which somebody says that the Vex are interested in the Myriad, so we should be too. So that Vex thing is actually pretty interesting, because breaks are interested in Myriad, and we're gonna go back to all the planets. So I believe it's gonna be one DLC each. With Mercury, we can actually go back to the Cosmodrome. With Reef one or the Mercury one, we can go back to the Cosmodrome, because why not? I mean, we did see Marsov's brother on Earth in a scrap story from Destiny 1, in which he was a crow, I believe. I think that's how it goes. So that could be one of the biggest possibilities of that. And another one being that we get to visit Cosmodrome on Earth in this Mercury DLC, which I don't see it happening because it has not been mentioned at all, and it's not even in the game files that we're gonna visit Cosmodrome anytime soon. I mean, there are some voice lines for the Cosmodrome, but I'm not sure if we're gonna go there. But there is something related to a moon of Jupiter called Ganymede. So this voice line is, you're interested in helping it, interested in helping us on Ganymede, moon of Jupiter. So that's pretty weird, because the moon people the Jupiter people are called the Jovians, and the Jovians have a tie to the Reef. So perhaps in the Reef DLC we're gonna go there, and also in the Cosmodrome, because it is gonna be common DLC. If you don't remember the chart from Destiny 1 of all the DLCs, they did mention that every year in September there's gonna be common DLC, and the other DLCs are gonna be smaller sized. So another thing that I saw pretty interesting is Dreadnought. So there's a voice line saying, "Back to Oryx's flowing soon then. The Dreadnought must be understood, and New Monarchy plans to be at forefront of that understanding." Which brings back the question, Sabaton. You remember Sabaton controlling the Taken? There's also a voice line, "If Oryx returns, we shall face him again," or something like that. And Sabaton is a mysterious being. I don't see her controlling those triangular ships anywhere. I see her near the Dreadnought coming for revenge, because that's usually what the Hive do, right? I mean, Omnigo came back. Oryx, we killed him in his throne world, but what if, just what if, he had a second throne world? I mean, you have to kill him in this first throne world in order to actually kill him, and we killed him in a second throne world. I mean, that is a possibility, right? I mean, on the moon, we went down the thing for the Crota's End, and we were teleported somewhere at the end of that, which was that phase where we usually used to do the sword glitch to go over to that side, if you guys remember. So it is a possibility that that was Crota's only throne world, which we had to go through a whole lot of magic. So that is a possibility that Oryx comes back, or Sabaton is the new Hive God for Dreadnought. It is a highly possible thing, and there are some references to, like, there is only one reference to a fourth element in Destiny universe. So Ikora says this: what if there was a fourth energy? Void, solar, arc, and what? I sometimes tire of all these threes. Which begs the question, what it can be. I mean, we have void, solar, arc. Are we gonna have the power of land, or are we gonna have power of darkness? Power of darkness. That's the most interesting thing. And back to this part where Dead Orbit says the Myriad could be our first step away from the solar system. Dead orbit thanks you. So that reminds me of a concept art from Destiny 1 that had a space dock or space station of some kind in which we had our ships, and there are some references to us being able to control our ships, so it's nothing like that is not possible. I mean, space flight training is a thing in Destiny universe. There are some voice lines related to that. I'm not gonna read all the voice lines. So yeah, and we're also gonna go back to our moon, and that's probably gonna end up being the Dreadnought DLC with the Hive, cause I mean, why not? Hive is linked to Dreadnought and moon, right? So it is a possibility that we go back there, or maybe we don't. Time will tell. And there is a thing with Rasputin in the Rasputin DLC. Felwinter hoped, Saladin says this by the way, Felwinter hoped Rasputin could help us. That hope cost me my brothers and sisters in arms. The Iron Lords. I will not abide losing you, Guardian. If it be up to me, we'd be at all-out war with Rasputin. But my time to lead is over. Our future is in your hands. So, Rasputin is a bad guy, according to, guess what? Saladin. I'm not sure why Rasputin is a bad guy and what is gonna happen. War between war minds, cause on an adventure on IO where you listen to the music and follow it, something takes control of our coast, and the coast says something about Mars, because it says something about dirt, sand, and all that stuff. So we consider it to be Mars, and there is obviously Rasputin DLC coming in, but it has not been confirmed as a Rasputin DLC. We take it as a Rasputin DLC because it has the logo of Rasputin, but what if all the war mines had the same logo? What if that was a universal war mine logo? So that could mean that there can be a war against Rasputin in the Mars DLC, and we fight alongside with that whatever war mine that was on Mars, because according to Saladin, you know, Rasputin is a bad guy, you know, so. And that's pretty much it with this one, the planetary part. So I can confirm the Dawning, Festival of the Lost, Crimson Days, and much more coming back. Festival of the Lost is gonna come back next year because they did say that this season 1 is gonna be all about ritual of launch and all that welcoming. So it was not possible, or even if it was, it would have taken a while, because I believe Halloween is on 29th, I believe, and the weekly reset is not when Destiny 2 launches, at least at all times. So it would have been hard to get Festival of the Lost in time with every Guardian, because nobody would be able to, you know, level up this fast for the Festival of the Lost and all the activities. So it's gonna return next year, that's for sure, because there are some voice lines. And the Crimson Days is gonna come back, the Dawning is gonna come back, the SRL is gonna come back, and the person who's gonna be leading the SRL is gonna be Marcus Wren, not Amanda Holiday this time, I believe. That's a total guess, just so you guys know. So with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this commentary video, which I've done after a long time. And if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like for more, so that I know that you guys are liking my commentary videos, and I'm gonna have to do more of that. And by liking this video, you are actually suggesting it to higher audiences for to see, which is a good thing for this channel and for Destiny's universe, because this information is valuable, and I hope it comes true. Except for the Kate's death part. Nobody wants that. I'm gonna hate Bungie Bungie kills Cade. I'm so gonna hate Bungie. I mean, they can still change it, and I hope they do. Let's hope Cade doesn't die. And even if he dies, it's... I mean, even thinking of him dying in an alternate universe is a bad thing, kinda. Because Cade is amazing, you know? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry in a corner. Make sure you guys like that video so I feel a bit better about Cade's thing, so I don't have to cry a lot. And with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and peace. See you.